You told yourself you would start tomorrow. Then tomorrow came, and you said it again and again. Now there is probably something important sitting unfinished somewhere in your life. A project, a workout plan, a business idea, a difficult conversation, a course you bought but never opened. And the scary part is not that you delayed it once. The scary part is that delaying it has started to feel normal. You say, I'll start when I have more time. I'll start when I feel ready. I'll start when things calm down. But here is the question most people never ask. What has waiting already cost you? What opportunity did you miss? What skill did you never build? What version of yourself stayed stuck because you kept waiting for the perfect moment? Because procrastination is not just about losing time. It is about losing trust in yourself. And that is why we need to destroy the biggest lie about procrastination. Procrastination is not laziness. A lazy person is at rest. A procrastinator is not resting. A procrastinator is suffering while pretending to rest. Your body might be on the couch, but your mind is still carrying the task. You feel it while eating. You feel it when trying to sleep. You feel it when something reminds you of what you promised yourself you would do. That is not peace. That is mental debt. And every time you ignore it, the debt gets heavier. This is why procrastination feels so exhausting. You're not doing the work, but you're also not free from the work. You're just waiting. So what is actually happening? When you think about a task you've been avoiding, your brain doesn't see a simple task. It sees discomfort, uncertainty, failure, judgment. So it tries to protect you, and protection often looks like avoidance. You check your phone, you clean your room, you watch one more video, you research a little more, you make a better plan, you say you'll start after lunch or Monday or next month.
And the trap is that avoidance works for a moment. The second you put the task off, you feel relief. Your brain learns that avoiding the task made the stress go away. So next time, it pushes you to avoid it again. Not because you are weak, because avoidance gave you relief. But only in the short term. Long term, it steals your life, one delayed day at a time. And this is where procrastination becomes dangerous, because the cost is not obvious at first. You do not lose your dream all at once. You lose it in tiny daily withdrawals. One skipped workout does not destroy your health, but 6 months of skipped workouts changes your body. One avoided conversation does not ruin a relationship, but months of silence can. One day of not building your skill does not matter much, but 1 year later, someone else is living the life you said you wanted. That is the part most people miss. Every day you wait, you are not just losing time, you are losing compound progress. The first step is always slow. The first workout is awkward. The first page is messy. The first video is bad. The first idea is unclear. But those first steps build the foundation. And once the foundation exists, every future step becomes easier. So when you delay, you are not just postponing progress, you are postponing the version of yourself who would have been stronger, clearer, and more confident because you started earlier. That is the real cost, not time, identity. Because every time you avoid something you promised yourself you would do, you send yourself a message, I do not follow through. And if you repeat that message enough, it becomes a belief. Then the belief becomes your identity. You stop saying, I procrastinated. You start saying, I am a procrastinator. And once procrastination becomes your identity, you lower your standards before you even try. You stop making serious plans because deep down you do not trust yourself to follow them. You stop dreaming as big because dreaming big starts to feel embarrassing. You tell yourself you're being realistic, but sometimes being realistic is just fear wearing a smarter outfit. So how do you break the cycle? Today. Not when motivation comes back, not when life gets easier. Today. First, shrink the task until it cannot scare you. Do not write the whole essay. Open the document. Do not get in shape. Put on your shoes. Do not clean the whole room. Clear one surface. Do not change your life. Work for 2 minutes. Your goal is not to finish. Your goal is to start without triggering the alarm. Because once you start, the task usually becomes less frightening. The monster is almost always bigger before you face it. Second, remove shame.
Shame does not create discipline. Shame creates avoidance. When you attack yourself for procrastinating, the task becomes even more painful. Now you are not just avoiding the work, you are avoiding the feeling of being a failure. So instead of saying, "I'm so lazy," say, "I avoided this because it felt uncomfortable. Now I'm taking one small step." That is not weakness, that is strategy. Third, make the next action painfully clear. A lot of procrastination is not about effort, it is about ambiguity. Start my business is vague. Write down 3 ideas is clear. Get healthy is vague. Walk for 10 minutes is clear. Fix my life is vague. Clean my desk for 5 minutes is clear. So ask yourself, what is the next physical action? Not the whole plan, not the perfect system, just the next visible thing your body can do. That is where momentum begins. Before this video ends, think of one thing you have been avoiding. Not 10 things, 1. Now shrink it. What is the smallest first step you could take today? Comment it below like this: "I've been avoiding blank, so today I will blank." Because the moment you define the next action, the task becomes less abstract, and when it becomes less abstract, it becomes less scary. You are not broken, you are not lazy, you have just trained your brain to believe that waiting is safer than starting. But waiting is not safety. Waiting is slow loss. The life you want is not waiting on the other side of perfect conditions. It is waiting on the other side of one imperfect first step. So start today, not because you feel ready, because you have already waited long enough. And once you take that first step, watch the next video to learn how to stay consistent when motivation disappears.